Have you ever paused in the middle of your day and wondered, am I really being myself? Many of us glide through routines, work, social media, family gatherings, without scrutinizing who we truly are beneath external expectations. This quiet uncertainty lingers in the back of our minds, urging us to ask profound questions about identity. In this video, we embark on a journey of introspection, aiming to uncover the true self that lies beneath conditioned layers and societal narratives. Identity is the invisible compass that defines our sense of belonging, shapes our decisions, and colors how others perceive us. It encompasses the values we hold dear, the beliefs that guide us, and the experiences that carve our unique worldview. Yet, despite its central role, identity often remains ambiguous, blurred by expectations, roles, and unexamined assumptions. Exploring identity is not a luxury, it is a necessity. In examining one's true self, we reclaim agency over our inner narrative, enabling authentic living and personal coherence. Understanding one's true identity is no simple endeavor. Society bombards us with templates: be the successful entrepreneur, the ideal partner, the perfect student, the photogenic influencer. These external scripts, reinforced by culture and media, often clash with our inner compass, generating tension and self-doubt. Psychologists highlight this dissonance as a conflict between the true self, grounded in intrinsic values, and the social self, molded by external validation. Over time, such dissonance can lead to emotional exhaustion, disconnection, and a haunting feeling of going through the motions. The first hurdle in discovering our true identity is naming these invisible forces and acknowledging the struggle. To understand the journey of discovering the true self, we must visit a man who spent his entire life in search of that very thing, not in solitude but in conversation. Socrates was born in Athens around 470 BCE. He lived during a time when the city was a flourishing hub of art, democracy, and philosophical experimentation. Unlike the intellectual elites of his time, Socrates didn't write treatises or deliver polished lectures. Instead, he wandered the Athenian streets and marketplaces, engaging in spontaneous dialogues with citizens, craftsmen, politicians, and poets. Through simple, persistent questions, he exposed contradictions in commonly held beliefs and challenged his interlocutors to think deeply about virtue, justice, courage, and, most importantly, themselves. What made Socrates revolutionary was not just his refusal to claim knowledge, but his belief that true wisdom began with admitting ignorance. "I know that I know nothing," he famously said, not as a gesture of defeat, but as a gateway to inner inquiry. We owe much of our knowledge of Socrates to Plato, his most devoted student. After Socrates was condemned to death by the Athenian court for corrupting the youth and impiety, Plato preserved his teacher's ideas in a series of philosophical dialogues. In works like the Apology, the Republic, and Phaedo, Plato immortalized Socrates not only as a thinker, but as a man who chose to die for the integrity of his philosophy, rather than betray his convictions. Through Plato's pen, Socrates' legacy became the bedrock of Western philosophy, and of every serious attempt to uncover what it means to live a good, examined life. Now, centuries later, the ship of Theseus presents a paradox that echoes Socrates' own journey. This ancient thought experiment asks, if a ship has all of its parts replaced, piece by piece, is it still the same ship? If identity is tied to form, material, or history, then where does the true ship reside? Though Socrates never directly commented on this story, its logic fits seamlessly with his method. Socrates believed the self was not fixed but questioned, revealed through dialogue and examination. He pushed people to recognize how much of their beliefs were inherited, untested, and borrowed, just as a ship may look intact but is made of parts from many origins. But here's where the parallel deepens. Socrates himself was metaphorically a ship of Theseus. Over the course of his life, he changed, from soldier to philosopher, from citizen to pariah, from teacher to martyr. His outer roles shifted, his influence evolved, his ideas were shaped by those around him. Yet there remained a core, a relentless commitment to truth-seeking and self-examination. That core, the soul, as he would have called it, was never replaced, only refined. And so we ask, if Socrates could remain true to himself, even as everything around him changed, can we do the same? The ship of Theseus invites us to reflect on our lives. We shed old beliefs, we pick up new roles, we age, we suffer, we learn. But what remains? Socrates would say, our daimonion, that inner voice of reason and conscience, which we ignore at our peril. The connection between Socrates and the ship of Theseus is not historical, it's existential. Both confront the deepest human dilemma: how to stay whole while constantly changing. And in that paradox lies the path to discovering your true self. These philosophical insights gain real power when applied to daily life. To navigate the path of self-discovery, we must go beyond abstract thought and implement structured inner work. Here are 5 foundational practices that can help you uncover your authentic identity. 1. Question your beliefs. Many of our core beliefs, such as "I must always be productive" or "I should never disappoint others," are inherited, not chosen. Reflect on where these beliefs came from. Did they arise from culture, childhood, or fear? Interrogate each one gently but firmly. Ask yourself, does this belief help me live with integrity? If not, it's time to reshape it. 2. Write a personal values list. Make a list of values that genuinely resonate with you, not ones you feel obligated to have. Start by identifying moments in your life when you felt deeply satisfied or aligned. What values were present in those moments? Was it creativity, honesty, compassion, independence? Let these values become your internal compass. 3. Track energy and emotion, not just time. Most people track their schedule, but few track their emotional patterns. Pay attention to when you feel drained versus when you feel energized. What activities lift you, which drain you? This data is crucial in identifying whether you're living in alignment with your true self or wearing someone else's script. 4. Reflect on change through time. Think of your life as the ship of Theseus. Look at how you've evolved over the years. What have you shed? What have you gained? What parts of you have always been there? This perspective allows you to appreciate your growth while also recognizing the thread of continuity within. 5. Practice solitude and silence. Self-discovery often happens in quiet moments. Set aside regular time for solitude, without distractions, without roles to perform. Journaling, walking alone, or sitting in silence are powerful ways to listen to the self that lies beneath noise and demands. These practices won't give you quick answers, but they offer something more enduring, a slow and steady method for carving out a self that is honest, resilient, and truly your own. By exploring Socratic questioning, the ship of Theseus, and structured introspection, we begin to see that identity isn't something we are given, it's something we sculpt. Like Socrates, we must confront our ignorance. Like Theseus's ship, we must embrace our evolution. The true self is not a fixed image, but a pattern of chosen values woven through time. So ask yourself, are you living a life that's truly yours? Or are you just sailing a ship others built for you? Your identity isn't out there waiting to be found. It's in here, being built, plank by plank, moment by moment, question by question. What belief or expectation are you willing to examine today? Drop it in the comments. Let's start that inner dialogue together. If this journey resonated with you, subscribe to Regal Contour for more content that dives deep into philosophy, identity, and self-mastery. Like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and let the message live beyond this moment. Until next time, stay reflective, stay sovereign, and keep building your truest self. And if you've ever thought about what power really costs, there's something in the description you'll want to watch.